KTM fanboys, we have some important news for you, and it's all because of this guy, because he spotted the highly awaited KTM 390 Duke.
The new one, yeah. So today I was pulling up into a petrol station on the new KTM 390 Adventure SW. I was filling it up to return the bike back, and suddenly in the next booth I see a new bike come in, and it was orange. It had orange frame elements, and I saw the one with the flared face and I immediately understood that was the KTM 390 Duke. Now on that bike, it looked nothing like the standard bike, nothing like the current bike. Yeah. So the new design is completely different, and it doesn't even look like the 790 Duke or the 890 Duke or even the 1290 to be exact.
It has some kind of styling elements from the Super Duke.
Yeah, so unlike the current 390, which is a little sleek and stylish in that sense, this is buff. Okay, it gets a wider front. The tank is wider. The extensions are protruding far ahead, and that headlight. Okay, don't hate it just as yet. It's the irritating flaps like that dinosaur you see in Jurassic World with the long ears. It's just those pilot lamps which are flying out, but the headlight looks quite neat, quite stylish in that sense. And overall, it's not elongated, but it's bulky. It has a road presence of a 650cc bike now. It no longer feels like a small motorcycle.
So gone is the sleek John Abraham, and it's more of a built up John Abraham of the current. And in terms of styling, because as you said, it's going to be a new design direction for KTM. You
completely.
Think in more motorcycles in the future will be based on this design.
So 390, then maybe even the 200, maybe even the 125 with it'll look like a chicken legs design for sure. But future KTMs and maybe even the 690, the twin cylinder which is proposed. Yeah, that will also sort of look good. But the bigger takeaway than just the styling was how premiumly built the bike looked. Okay, everything from the switches, they are a big step up, almost like a Ducati, if I were to say. Okay?
But are they the same switch cubes that we have seen now?
No. It's not a switch cube design.
Okay.
It's more of a gaming console setup. Yeah. So, and speaking of the console, that is not the same. It still is cluttered, but it sort of feels like the new one that you find on the Yamaha R15M, the TFT console. Okay. So you have a bar type tacho with prominently visible speedo, and then you have a few indicators of what electronic aids are. We'll get to that soon. But the basic data is still, the font size is still small and it's still cluttered.
But you think navigation will be there in this?
Hopefully.
Because it's high time that KTM gets navigation.
Hopefully it gets navigation. Even turn by turn navigation, if it is there, it should be there. And the screen size doesn't look that much bigger, but the housing for it seems to be quite large.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will see a lot more bezels, especially at the top and the bottom. And I think that's also done to provide extra cooling, because remember the original consoles, there were some heating issues and all. So this one might just run cooler in that sense.
But you're saying the fit and finish is the main takeaway. Like from KTM products, they give you fantastic value, but again, there are cost cuttings.
We'll come to that.
Yeah, but in terms of the whole overall quality, KTM are not known for their quality.
Yes.
Especially in the Indian motorcycle.
No, I think this will be a big step up in that sense, because even for that matter, adjustable levers, they look like something like the Street Triple, the Brembo MCS ones.
Oh, wow.
Then even the mirror stalks, they look far more premium. They are built from aluminum and they seem to be wider. So everything on the bike which I saw today, even the orange paint quality which was sticking out from those camo wraps, seemed to be a lot more premium. And then that orange with the black mechanicals, the contrast,
it pops.
Yeah. So leaked images, the orange bike looked far better than the blue one. So I am certainly looking out for the orange one.
Okay, anyways, we have seen the motorcycle. We have not seen the images where the motorcycle was undergoing testing in Europe. Main thing, because he spoke to someone and he got some juicy details. What about the engine? Because there was a lot of speculation whether the engine will be the same 373 or are we going up?
So he told me it's a bigger engine. And I tend to agree with him, because the bike sounded quite a lot different than the standard one. Now I had the 390 Adventure. So the 373cc engine feels a little shrilly.
Yes.
Yeah. This one didn't have as much shrill, but it had a lot more bass.
Also the exhaust, it's an underbelly.
It's an underbelly exhaust. So what they've done is they've taken the engine, if this is the 373, they've rotated it slightly. So what happens is you get this extra packaging area over here to fit your catcon, and the side slung exhaust now.
So it's basically gone back to Gen 1.
Yes, and that was the sort of the most iconic one which a lot of us enjoyed. Okay. So in that sense, it sounded a lot bassier.
So you're saying the displacement will go up?
Yeah, up. Power not that much, but torque. Again, torque will be key. So
because the problem with the KTM engine, it has good mid-range, very good top end, but that low-end power. So they have worked on it over the years, but still you feel that the bottom end is a bit lacking.
And what this engine will now allow you to do is sustain speeds of 110, 120 kmph more effortlessly.
Okay.
And still, because larger displacement, it will be able to stay chill on the highway. And
hopefully it will be chill also, because heating, again, I think it will have a dual radiator.
The curved radiator, larger radiator, 2 fans, hopefully. I didn't see that much because it was still shrouded and covered up. But what was more evident, because of this repackaging of the motor, the ergonomics seemed to be a lot more accessible. So the seat height was far lower than what I've experienced on the current Duke. So it seemed a lot lower. The bars seemed wide enough. And what this will allow, also the seat itself, the rider's seat was a little more roomy. Not as much as an adventure, but
because the 390 Duke for tall riders, it isn't the best option out there. Yes, it has improved from Gen 1. Gen 1 was very cramped. Gen 2 was better, and we hope that Gen 3 will be more friendly for taller riders.
So especially, I think they've figured out where the bulk of their sales come in, that is India, and they are trying to suit the Indian buyer more so. And in that sense, accessible seat height is very welcome. Even the pillion space, it wasn't too tall. The current 390 also feels a little tall. Yeah. So this wasn't too tall, and overall, this should be a welcoming space.
And orange seats, by the way, for the pillion. I think that's what I was mentioning.
On that orange color. So again, orange catches your eye and it immediately draws. Another thing that caught my eye were the adjustable tabs on the USD fork. Wow. And now I asked him, is this just for international market and not for India? And then
again, after waiting for 2 years, we'll get or something.
But that rider told me, no, it is going to be only one motorcycle all throughout. So India, international, wherever you get, all throughout will get the adjustable suspension. I think KTM now understand that the Indian buyer is matured. He will appreciate the added sophistication.
And they can charge a premium for that. And anyways, will come to the price.
They will charge
and they will get the money for it. Yes. It's a good thing that they are going for the full Monty.
Yes, because you realize the 390 Adventure itself, the X is good. The standard, and the SW, I love that bike because of the suspension. Because the ability to ride it anywhere and everywhere without worrying about what's in your path. And you also took it for a weekend and you absolutely loved it. And you wished it was there at a certain ride, but that video is coming soon.
So apart from the mechanical thing, you think electronics will also see a big update, because KTM has done a lot of things with the Adventure and also the RC?
So this bike, like I said, on the console, I could see MTC settings and I could see ABS settings. So that will be there. Quick shifter, sadly, still is the mechanical one. It's not the pressure sensitive one. So I hope that the experience is better here. But along with the electronic aid, so ride-by-wire was always there. Braking, I didn't see that much of a change, but the brakes were as it is quite brilliant. On the
I think it will be the same setup that we saw on the RC, because the wheels are also the same as
the
we saw on
the RC is the same sleek ones. But the tires are different. They are no longer Metzeller's. And before you worry, they are not the MRFs also. They are Continental Conti road tires. Now I did some research, tried to find the same tire tread compound. So they are the same Conti road. And they are sort of the ones which you rode on the Street Triple R. So sort of similar. So
Triumph Bajaj influence is coming somewhere else also. Okay, good.
Yeah, but hopefully they should be adequate for the job at hand, and we don't expect them to be quite premiumly priced as well, the tires in that sense. Pricing wise, this isn't going to be cheap.
Because all these updates will come at a cost, and we have seen that KTMs have gone expensive in the past couple of years.
Currently 2.97. So this one is
3.5.
3.5, almost 50,000 more. Considering what you're getting extra, you're getting a lot more, but no longer value tag associated. And there is another thing, because the Bajaj Triumph bike has to slot in somewhere in the middle, and B, they also need to revive the Husqvarna brand.
Yeah.
And the Huskies are also being tested with this same 400cc motor. So we will no longer get the 250s, thank God. And we'll get the 401s like they should have done right from the start.
Yeah, and also the Husky has also undergone a lot of transformation.
Yes.
I've seen the test mule, it looks much more bulkier. Sadly, we don't have any footage or something. Once we get more details for that motorcycle, we'll do a
We
video
just
for
got
that.
a 1 second clip of it. But
in the end of the day, KTM 390, it was a value motorcycle, value
Yeah.
for performance motorcycle that I always called it. Over the past few years, it has changed. So this motorcycle would be around 4 lakh rupees on road or something more than that, depending on which state you buy the motorcycle.
You consider that the MT-03 is also going to come this year at the same price. Which one would you go for? Let me know in the comments. And this bike coming this year, next year?
So that is very interesting because I feel the motorcycle is ready because we have seen the motorcycle undergoing testing here and we have seen it in Europe.
Yes.
I think maybe in the next couple of months post the monsoon, they might try to launch the motorcycle.
I think ideally Diwali time should be perfect for it to come.
Full epic Diwali scenes for the 390.
But then Austria might have some other plans because next year is the 30th anniversary of the Duke.
Okay.
I hope that they do not delay it until then. I hope that we get it, at least India gets it this year. They can have their celebrations in Austria next year.
Yeah. So overall, you think in terms of a step up from what the second gen 390 was to this motorcycle, it's not a minor step up, and which is something KTM always does. They always take the bar higher. And I'm very excited because I personally own a Gen 1 KTM 390.
Would you be inclined to step up to this bike now?
My future motorcycle is mostly gonna be an ADV because I think those are better suited. But having said that, the joy of riding a street bike on our roads is something much more rewarding and enjoyable. So let's see how it turns up, but at least it looks like a proper package. Yes, it will come at a price, but at least there will be a big jump up for the KTM owners.
Yeah, of course. I already have an ADV, so I'm seriously looking forward to this. There are a couple of bikes which I'm looking forward to, and we'll get to that very soon later on.
Yeah, July is going to be very busy for us.
Yes. What else would you like us to cover in our upcoming ZigAnalysis video? How did you like this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube.
And what's your take on the 390? You think the motorcycle makes sense for that price or not? Or will KTM make a X variant of it in the future or something?
No longer Duke
Let us know in the
X.
comments for that. And thank you for watching.
Bye.